Hello there, and welcome to the QNB Stars League review show, all in English here on Alcast as we look back at all 6 matches in week 6. Now, we may not have had the goal fest of previous weeks, but we certainly had some very tense and exciting encounters, especially at the top of the table. Plenty of in-depth analysis to come from former English Premier League players Nick Summerby and Chris Makin. We'll hear from them in just a little while. Let's remind you first, though, how they lined up for week 6. Just the one game on Thursday, the 26th of October, Al Markhia against Al Kharatiat, a 19:30 Doha time kickoff. Then on Friday, the 27th of October, 3 matches, 2 kicking off at 17:20. It was Salal versus Al Khor, Al Ahly against Al Arabi, and our live featured match was Al Sadd against Al Rayhan. 2 for the games on the Saturday, 27th of October, Qatar Sports Club Al Saleh, 17:20, Al Duhail Al Gharafa at 19:30. Right, let's get straight to the action. And Al Markhia were in desperate need of some points. They had some promising performances, but it was time to accrue points. They're up against a very lively Al Kharatiat. Your commentators are Nick Summerby and Chris Makin.
Shaban into the chest of Carey, he nods it down into midfield. Good touch there by Saleh, down the side to Carey. Carey, first time ball, right across the face of goal. Oh, it was a tap in for Salah if he made his move earlier, but great build-up play by the home side. Here they come again. Wonderful build-up play.
This is the cross from Carey. He's onside. There it is there, Salah. You've just got to take a gamble. To Buchanan to take just down this left-hand side.
And as we see so often, don't we, in the modern day football, centre forward comes out to take the corner. Not sure about that.
Did you ever see him, Diego Maradona, taking a corner? Oh, what a run this is, by the way. Carey driving forward.
Oh, release
what
it.
A run.
Oh, he does. Maybe a chance here. Markhia first shot on target. Came from Salah on the far side, but it's all about the run from Carey.
Look at the pace, look at the power. Eventually just slides a lovely ball to Salah. Salah just cuts inside with his right foot, but doesn't really get any power on it. What a glorious opportunity, but well done by Carey.
In charge for that game where they got the first win. This is a good break again from Al Markhia. They could be in business here. Nasser, can he deliver? Cuts back onto his left foot. Back to Saleh. Oh, he just gets that one wrong. I think he went for the shot that time.
Once again, Chris, it's a chance. They've got to do better. This is what you've got to
do.
Again. Wonderful by Carey, but you've got to work on training here now, right? When he gets the ball there now, let's have the movement in the box. And even when it comes to the edges of the box, just dink it to the front. Just lift it, a little bit of a dink there to the far post.
Sadd driving inside, goes past Shaban. Sadd to the far post! Oh, Timmy Canini won't have a better chance, or has he had a better chance this season?
Oh, wonderful play from Sadd. The first time they switch off Markhia.
Nasser pushes it past Abdullah. Nasser again. Moe comes out of the centre. Nasser trying to go to the goal line. Moe just too strong then. Ball again there by Kharatiat, doesn't come to anything again. Better start to the second half, and the introduction of Tursunov nearly pays dividends for Kharatiat straight away. Look at this for build-up play, sharp play, laid up by Tursunov.
Oh, well done by Carey, getting on the outside, it's better.
Who's up there with him though, Nick? Oh! Traore's up there with him, bursts into the box.
Yeah, that's better, well done.
Wonderful skill by Traore again. Here's Carey trying to take on Moe. Fantastic defending then. Gets away with that one, Carey. Now he lays it off to Traore inside the full-back. Nasser! Oh, it's the same situation as last week. Why didn't he go along the ground, Nick?
It's absolutely.
He scored last week from that situation.
Same, exactly the same as what he scored last week.
Early ball by Traore, trying to find Carey. He does find Carey. First touch just lets him down again. He was matched by Moe though. Somebody just stepping up for the last 12 minutes of normal time and grab a goal here. What a Fantastic. Would that be for either side as Tursunov breaks free from Shaban Tursunov. Still Tursunov. Can he get his shots off? He goes to the near post. Goes saved by Montezet. It's definitely Al Karaciak that is finishing as strong out the two sides towards the end of this game. Tibukanine. It's tight there. There's 1-2 with Razak. Whipped in by Tursunov. Razak doesn't get the connection that he wanted. Here he goes again. Does it come off the post? But then Mohi into the near post. Goes saved by Montezet. They're hanging on now, Al Markia. Nearly finds the net again. Al Yazidi. They're not picking up now. Al Markia. There's tired minds and legs out there now for the home side. Switching off. There could be a break. Here's fresh legs with Mohamed. Breaking down this left-hand side. And here's Ali Mejbel. Ali to the far post, saved by Sofyan. What a chance that is for Markia in injury time.
Valuable point for Al Markia, there's no doubt about that, but Chris Makin, it could have been 3.
It could have, but it was something to build on for both sides because they both claimed the first win of the season the previous week. So I think both sides would have took a point and a clean sheet, to be fair. Yeah,
but Al Karaciak were not half the side they were in week 5.
To be honest, when we looked at the game at the start, we thought, well, this won't be the best. It was a good game of football, mainly because of what Markia did. Markia stopped Karaciak. You know, Karaciak are back in form. Wonderful result they had the week before. And it was really Markia's. I thought they should have got the 3 points, to be honest with you. But don't get me wrong, Karaciak had a wonderful opportunity as well for Tibukanine, and you know he usually puts them away and he didn't do it. So it's a really good game, to be fair.
OK, let's have a look at the attack of Al Markia then. Kari, Salah in attack, Nick.
Yeah, I thought Kari on the night was fantastic. And Salah's, he's just got to improve a little bit. This is something you work on the training ground, and Chris said, you know, there's a lot to work on. I thought Kari was amazing, really, with his runs and using his strength. Just watch this for a pass here now. We speak about it time and time again, and we will do. Get across that near post and go and get yourself a goal. You know, just look at this for a run. Look at the pace and the power of Kari here now. You know, is this something they can use in the future? Can he get on the shoulders of the defenders and play like this? And when it comes to Salah there, got to have a picture in your mind. You've got to have something. You know, they're getting there, but they've just got to work on it a little bit of training. Once again, this Kari, look at this, just brushing himself past the defenders, pulls it back. Traore came on, which he never started the game off, you know, and this was wonderful to see. This is what you've got to try and do. If you want to go and get yourself a goal, you've got to really break your neck to get in there. And he was unfortunate that he never got the connection.
They looked very confident during the match, especially in the first half. Yeah. You know, it was all Al Markia. Al Karaciak had the chance with Tibukanine towards the end of the first half. Al Markia, just going off the previous week, that win, so much confidence throughout the side.
But let's go back to week 1. When you run us through the goals they scored this time. So, you know, they didn't this weekend, but they did in week 1.
Well, we're talking about the same players, aren't we? Salah and Kari, who started this game. And this is the difference between week 1 and week 6, where Salah scored 2 goals in this game. His movement was good. He was attacking the ball. The Piero we did before was Salah in the right position. Did he attack that near post when he went for the ball from Kari? In that instance, he did.
Yeah.
All that is at the end of training, stay out for an hour, it's crossing and finishing. That's all it is there. Just having a picture. You know, it's a nice problem, if you like, because they're creating chances.
Right. Let's have a look at the Al Markia defending then. Chris Makin, I'm sorry, we always come to Chris for defending. As a former defender yourself.
They did well. This is what they're doing here. They've got a base to work from, and what they're doing, they're getting numbers behind the ball, but not only getting numbers behind the ball, they're putting pressure on the ball. So every time Al Karaciak get the ball, there's white shirts around them, and you're just pushing them back. And I thought they worked really well. On and off the ball, Al Markia were totally different to about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Yeah. And I really do. I put it down to last week's win.
I put it down as well with the manager. Managers, this is the manager's team. And all of a sudden he's sorted his differences out, and all of a sudden the club looks confident, and you know, it looks like they've got a chance of staying in the division.
OK, Nick, talk us through Tibukanine and Tursunov, and I know the question you'll ask is, why doesn't Tursunov start?
We say the same thing with Hamadallah and Sebastian, which we'll talk about shortly. Tursunov comes on the pitch and things happen. I mean, this is sad, it's a wonderful play, he's playing well. This is the chance, what I'm talking about. Give it to anybody on the pitch here. If it goes Tibukanine, it's a goal, doesn't get it right. You know, but this is your example here now. Wonderful play at the edge of the box. This was second half when they came out. And Tursunov, when he's on, he's lively, plays on the left-hand side, and he gets the better. He makes the team just lift it a little bit. And once again, why doesn't he start? I can't understand these two major decisions from Ryan, you know, and obviously Kratia. It's so blatantly obvious to me and Chris, and when they play, things happen.
Maybe they'll start listening soon.
He just got me involved in an argument then. He said, me and Chris.
I think you've
I've said a word.
It's a collective. It's a collective.
I'm not having a pop at the managers. Get me, bring me into it.
All right, let's move on. Salal. They were looking good for a top 4 finish, and that's despite their Week 5 defeat to Al Duhail. In Week 6, they were up against struggling Al Khor. This was a tight affair, and both sides were fighting hard from the first whistle. Salal shaded the possession stats, and really there wasn't much to choose between them. Breakthrough came in the 49th minute when Mawas and Rami combined on the left-hand side. Rami's cross, brilliantly dealt with by Jedo, who managed to keep his composure and finally get the ball into the back of the net. Not even a little Madsen magic towards the end could save the day for Al Khor. So, Salal get the 3 points, Nick Summerby. That's the all-important thing for them.
Flying, absolutely flying, and obviously it brings into next week's game, Salir Salal. What a game of football that is too. The informed sides, usual suspects. Mawas on this left-hand side here now. We know what he does. We know he can beat defenders. And there's Rami there, just with the cross into the box. And there's Yedu there, lovely little turn. Don't think he knew much about it, but either way, he had a bit of a second chance of it and poked it into the net. They're just full of confidence, really are. Let's say something, whoever wins this game. No, we have to honestly say, can they force themselves in? Can it be a battle with Ryan or for third place? You've got to say that at this early stage because of the form they're showing. You know, it's brilliant, it really is. And this game here now with Salir, wow. Can't wait for that one. That's the #1 game next weekend. That means we won't be covering it.
Right. do you want to have your view, not the collective, on Salal? I don't want to bring you in.
Say good teams bounce back from a defeat. They were beaten last week by Al Duhail. They've bounced back. They've kept another clean sheet. They've got the best defensive record in the division. I think that'll be a huge plus point for them next week when they go up against Al Salir, who are very attacking. All right,
let's move. Well, let's have a quick word on Al Khor, actually. Going into that, I said a struggling Al Khor.
Well, they are.
They are.
They won the first game.
And
they've struggled since then. They've had the problems with the centre-forward position. David Silva, is he still there or has he left the club? He's not
he was
playing.
Leaving, I'm not sure.
They've brought someone in. I think if anyone needs to play off someone or needs a central figure to link up with, it's Madsen. He just needs help. He's one of the best players in this league, in this country, but he needs at least two players around him
of his quality. You know, simple as that, really. But it's a good job those teams down the bottom got that first victory.
Yeah.
Because if they do get the second one, they're in the middle of the table. So I mean, Al Khor, you keep looking at them thinking, well, they're going to be at the bottom. You know, still 4 points.
If you hadn't picked up 3 points, it starts, as the weeks go on, you start looking desperate.
In previous seasons, how many times we've seen Al Khor go on a mini run, pull themselves clear?
Normally in the second half of the season, just after the break, they normally string together about 4 or 5 wins. Moving on, Al Ahly. They were brilliant in Week 5 with a 3-0 win over Qatar Sports Club. Could they carry that momentum, though, on to Week 6 against Al Arabi? One of the key players in Al Ahly's turnaround was Chikawi. Unfortunately, he was injured as early as the 6th minute. Al Arabi took advantage and were ahead through Jamal's flicked header from Khalfan's free kick in the 21st minute. Al Ahly were back all square in the 50th minute through Farid. Al Arabi looked like they were finally beginning to gel, and Mardikian finished off a well-worked move in the 64th minute. It looked like Kais Jacobi's side were going to take all 3 points, but Mashal squeezed his free kick in 5 minutes before the end. It finished 2-2. Wow, that was a close one, Chris Makin.
I thought it was a pity for Al Arabi. I thought they were a better side throughout the game. Back to creating chances and looking like a decent team. Even though they were beaten by Al Sadd the other week, they looked, with the introduction of Hamid Ismail, looked like a proper side and very competitive. And this is a kick in the teeth for them. I thought they deserved to win this match. So, but the run goes on. Jacobi seems as though he's got a little bit of a team there. He said it was going to turn. The start of the season would start this week. Well, They're on a little bit of a mini run. And this is good to see. When you're always scoring off set pieces, it's a huge plus for me, by the way.
I tell you what, we've spoke a lot about Kalfan, but you really can build a team around him, and the players are starting to understand what he's all about. Al Ali, they're just not at it at the moment, but they've managed to get a point out of this. This is Fahed. He looks really. Farhad or Farhad?
Farid.
Then, yeah. He looks an exciting up. I tell you what we're doing, we're getting to see a lot of these young players coming through, which is good news as well.
And he's not bad as well. Madikian, he's picking up a few goals.
Yeah.
And seems to be a dominant figure there in the Al Arabi attack.
Well, they're just getting players forward. We'd love to see this, where they're throwing numbers forward, The rebound comes out, and because they've got numbers in the box, it falls to one of the grey shirts, so that's good for Al Arabi, that.
And they'll be, 85th minute, they probably felt they were going to get the points, but what a free kick, by the way. It sneaks through the wall there. Shouldn't have gone through there, should it?
Absolutely. Maybe maybe the luck's there. Maybe they can start building on this. They didn't play very well, as Chris said, but they've got a point, so it's a little bit of a plus for them. Didn't really deserve it. I thought Al Arabi were great as well.
Yeah, but let's look at a little something in more detail, and that's Salem, and you think he could be doing better, Nick?
Yeah, we're talking again about this. This is a nice problem. When he gets forward in, I want him to be a little bit more positive. I want him to run at the defender. Once again, when it comes to him, he gets it really all wrong here now. Open your body up, have a picture in your mind. And once again, it's a good problem. Work on it in training. So when it comes, the higher you go, when you meet these top side, you're not going to get many chances. So those are good chances there. Probably the second one was better. He's got to hit the target or make the keeper work. So
positives, he is getting in that position.
Yeah.
First few weeks, you're not seeing that, are you?
But this is once again on the training pitch. Keep working on it there when it comes, because they're creating them and got to put them away.
And Kais Yacoub, he's asking for the time. Are you seeing, since week one, that's a much improved team performance now from Al Arabi?
Definitely. You can go off the chances that they are creating in the match. Defensively, still got to tighten up, but they're getting numbers forward. The turning point for me was the Al Sadd Derby match. Even though they got beat, there was something different about them. They were more competitive, getting closer to people, putting them under pressure, and now they're creating chances, so maybe they have turned the corner.
Mardikian, let's have a look at him. He maybe could do better at times. He gets the goal. This is maybe where you would have expected more.
Maybe make his mind up earlier, maybe put the cross in early and just ask something from one of his teammates. But I don't mind it. He's getting forward now and he's scoring goals. He's got 3 to his name so far this season. This one, I like it because it's a rebound from a keeper. I love my strikers getting rebounds from shots off keepers. Love it.
OK, one piece of bad news for Al Ahly was Shakawi going off, and he was so instrumental in their Week 5 victory against Qatar Sports Club, Nick. To see it, one of your key players going off in the 6th minute. I mean, you see how dejected he was.
Yeah, this is the opposite side of football. He's come back from a serious injury. There's nothing more lonely, than getting yourself back. And when you get on that pitch, it gives you the buzz, and you can see by his body language there, he's really. It looks like it's something serious. Hopefully, it's not, but. He's a huge miss because he can win games of football. He's top quality, so we'll find out to see what his injury, what the extent of it is. But hopefully he gets back.
Right, the Qatar Classico has always served up plenty of keenly fought contests for us. But over the last few seasons, Al Sadd have had the better of their great rivals Al Rayyan. Were things about to change? Nick Summerby and Chris Macon have the commentary.
Free kick to Rayyan, taken quickly. Tabata on the halfway line. Long ball forward towards Hamadallah. Hamadallah just trying to slip in behind Morteza and Pedro and nearly gets in. The more confidence of the two sides so far, Al Sadd, especially in possession. Great work by Yassir on the far side, gives Allah the slip. Yassir into the near post, and it's nearly an own goal by Cazorla against his former club. Javin again. What a pass out to Musab. Can the fullback deliver? Oh, towards Benezia! Benezia 1-0!
Right off the training ground. That is fantastic. Wonderful ball out. What a delivery. And there's Bungia there to make it 1-0. It's superb play by Al Sadd. They're leading this massive game, derby game, 1-0.
The ball by Xavi. Out wide to Musab. We talked about Allah for Ryan. Can he deliver? What about Musab there? The cross of the season so far. It's on a plate for Benezia.
It's very difficult to catch him, but they'll give it a good go. There's a ball over the top now for Tabata once again.
Pedro. That's better. That's, yeah. Tabata catches Pedro. It goes down. He's giving it outside the. He's giving it outside the box to the referee, and Pedro's going to get a yellow card.
Very difficult to do something from where it is. Here we go, far post. It's difficult to get it up, and you're too tight, aren't you? Not far away from the players to get that whip. And maybe he should be a central midfield player. That's where he plays, central midfield. At the moment, he's playing out on the left wing.
Fahad with a back pass, puts Sadd in danger. Hamad Allah nearly steals in. Corner to Ryan.
Well, the old days coming back. There's a ball into the box.
Oh! Sebastian, he's just come onto the pitch.
Oh, edge of the box to Sadd, left foot.
Oh, should he be quiet? It's a wonderful effort by Assad. Juma for out wide. Into the feet to Sebastian. Good run from Sebastian. Oh, it's a good ball to the far post as well, where Tabata comes in. It's a looping header towards the far post. He seems to have improved them. Wonderful touch, Allah. Oh, what a ball. What a ball by Allah. Again, it needs someone getting across the near post. You can see the ball going out wide. You know Allah's going to deliver, Nick. You've got to throw red jerseys in there. Here comes Sebastian. Takes his shots on.
Yeah, but Chris, it's exactly the same as the Al Sadd goal.
This is better from Ryan. Here we go. Hamad Allah. Hamad Allah. Oh, Hamad Allah. Oh, what a save by Sadd. Wonderful turn. Wonderful pressure from Al Rayyan, but Sadd keeps Al Sadd in the game. Dragged out the centre of defence. Does his job well, though. Sebastian, wonderful flick to Hamad Allah. Hamad Allah to the far post, 1-1. Sebastian and Tabata and Hamad Allah, the front three, all link up, Nick.
Yeah, we've got a game on now. What a wonderful finish as well. Great play at the edge of the box. It comes to Hamad Allah. A very, very tight angle, but he hits it with his left foot. Goes him off the far post. Game on, 1-1.
There's Tabata into the feet of Sebastian. Wonderful flip round the corner. Hamad Allah from a tight angle into the far post.
There's that partnership we're talking about then. Sebastian, lovely flick to Hamad Allah, and he smashes it into the corner of the net.
They deserved it. Been a great start to the second half from Al Rayyan.
You've just got to know your place, haven't you? And he just doesn't bother. Here now at the edge of the box, here's Tabata. Tries to curl it around the corner. He's shouting, screaming at the referee. Don't give a foul, referee, there.
Oh, good work by Gumi. Wins it back, Nick. Hamad Allah now.
He's cutting his side.
Just behind Kumu. Allah! Allah! Just blast it over.
He does it with the hand moves around the far post. Benezia's at the near post, but now all of a sudden it's turned for Tabata into Sebastian. Hamad Allah, they've got to get the red shirts in the box.
Three amigos. Oh, here we go. Sebastian. Oh, it's put out by Salam, who gets back from midfield, but Benezia.
This is dangerous, Chris, now. Here is Xavi.
Oh, there's a header from Benezia. He found the space, he climbed above Vieira. And again, the front three of Al Rayyan combining again. Tabata, Sebastian and Hamad Allah. Oh, Cole. Foul's not given. Cole to this far post, and he slips in. We're talking about how quiet he's been, Nick. And he's got the second goal.
I'll tell you what as well, Chris, with this here, the referee's done fantastic, because a lot of referees, what we'd have seen in the league, would have given a foul against Al Sadd. He's let him play on, and what's he done? From the same angle from Hamad Allah where he scored, he slid it under the goalkeeper. What I'm talking about here now is when he gets on the opposite side of Mosab, Mosab goes down, referee does not give it at all. It's in the back of the net. 2-1 to Ryan.
It's not a foul, Nick.
It's not at all, but what I'm trying to say is that that would have gone against it. Any other referee would have given it. Not at all, but it's in the back of the net, and Ryan are back in the title race.
Space for El Haydous, eventually closed down by Cohen. Mutuali loves this position where he can run with the ball. Right to Sebastian.
Oh, it's a great run from Mutuali as well. What a run, fantastic run.
What a clearance that was.
Yeah, but the run by Mutuali then was fantastic there. You know, we talk about getting yourself a bit of space. It opens up then.
Yeah. Oh, he's following in! What a ball by Xavi into the feet of Al Haydous. Al Haydous, so many red shirts back there. Hamroun to the far post. What a save by Omar Barry. Just got to do everything right here. Al Rayyan, Alan again, once again caught up position. Hamroun, early cross towards Benezia, headed away by Vieira. Omar Barry comes out a goal. He might pay the price here. Al Haydous, Cazorla against his old team, clears.
A big win, an important win for Al Rayyan. I'll go straight to Nick Summerby, who's been tipping Al Rayyan right from the beginning of the season to win everything that they go into. And now he's got a good reason to be happy.
First and foremost, that is a game of football. Atmosphere there as well. Two sides giving us everything they've got. Wonderful. Just enjoyed it. You know, we have to. Our biggest question before was Rayyan. Do they really believe it? You're listening to Laudrup saying, well, we want to make the gap shorter. Once again, he leaves Sebastian on the bench. Won't play this. Hamadallah and Sebastian. We saw it against De Gea when they played together. The game changed. Same thing here. There was an injury. Sebastian comes on the pitch. The title. They're in for a shout with the title. Simple as that.
Do you think he's playing games here?
He's only doing it.
Do you think there's a bit of mind? I don't know.
I think he's doing. He's watched this show, and he's doing it to wind Nicky Summerby up. You know, he's got nothing else better to do. That's it. You know.
I don't know, but you know, you've got a fantastic guy, Michael Laudrup. You know, great player. He's had success as a coach, as a manager, and you just think.
You think I'm going to have a go at Michael Laudrup on this show? You've got another thing coming.
No, not at all. I'm actually thinking, is he just playing games, taking the pressure off, not playing Sebastian and Hamadallah together on purpose for a while, and then put him on, maybe lulling Al Sadd into a false sense of security?
But has it not worked? Has it worked or has it not worked?
Well, it worked against Al Sadd.
The 1 point behind the leaders. Right, they got the biggest. For me, they got the biggest squad in the QNB Stars League. So why not make the most of it? But it has got to be said, they play their best football when Sebastian, Hamadallah, and Sabata are on the pitch.
So the question, has it worked? Well, if they'd have beat De Gea, they'd have been 3 points clear. That's a big game, you know. And it wasn't. It was De Gea was the best team on the night. But at the end of the day, you have to figure out. You know, when we had the EMEA Cup final. What a wonderful occasion that was, you know, and they came away from that losing, but they put it right in that game there, and that means so much to the players. Now here we go, we've got one over on them now.
All right, let's first of all focus on Al Sadd and the goal, the Bunja goal. Fabulous goal, Nick.
Doesn't get any better than this, to be honest with you. I mean, there's Xavi spraying the ball out to Mosab. I mean, he's in acres of space, but it's just right off the training ground, and it looks so easy. I mean, obviously look at the fullback, but it's all about his first touch. Get the ball out your feet and the delivery now. You know, how many players do we see in the Premier League, all the top leagues in the world? You get in those positions there and you can't put quality in. Everything is right about that goal, and it just looks so simple. And he's there just to nod it in, and you can watch that. You can watch that time and time again because of the quality involved with it.
Now, Mosab, the good of Mosab there, he got caught out. Mosab was caught out a couple of times.
And he paid the price. You see a lot of these players nowadays. I mean, that one, he doesn't get goal side. He's the wrong side of Hamadallah. As a defender, you've got to get towards your own goal first and show the attacker away from goal. This one, and we see a lot of players doing it. How defenders do it, I'll never know.
Yeah.
Going down and waiting for the referee to give blow the whistle and give a free kick. if there's any position on the field where you can't afford to do that, it's as a defender. Because you pay the ultimate price, you give a goal away. Going down and waiting for the referee to blow.
Stand your ground, stand strong.
It's a new thing that's coming to football, and I just don't understand it.
If you did that when you were playing...
I'd expect to be dropped for the next game.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
That's a telling off. That's a major telling. Don't you ever do that again. That's a huge lesson, that. And that helps us in our battle towards diving. Honestly, it really does that, because don't think you're going to get
just question is, are the so-called or some good habits going out of our game? Definitely are.
Well, let's bring them back. Allah, great performances. Nick?
Yeah, we're going to keep showing you these young talents coming in. This boy is fantastic. Look at this for a delivery. First touch, gets it into the danger zone, and we're watching him more and more now, and we're thinking, wow, this, you know, he is the real deal. What a delivery that is. It's wonderful. Once again here, I mean, this is him defending.
Yeah.
You know, he gets back, there he does, he makes the tackle as well, wonderful play, and then all of a sudden brings the ball out of play and pushes forward, as you'll see now. Gets the ball back, gets brought down, but that's what you want in your full-back. They're not just like when Chris was playing, they've got to play the full wingers and full-backs, but just look at that. Well, there's your control. Can he deliver? Don't need to say any more. There you go. That is wonderful, that. And another top-quality player coming through.
It's wonderful. He's going to have hopefully a good season of Champions League football, which will give him good experience. And we keep saying it on this programme, we're 5 years away from the big one, aren't we?
Yeah.
You know, he's going to be peaking at that time.
The 5-year countdown begins soon. We're almost in November. Remember, the 2022 FIFA World Cup is going to be starting in November. 5 years coming up. Right. I'm not sure who to go to here. This is what we don't want to see in the game. This is Pedro. Now, we like Pedro, and if you're watching, we're loving your performances. I think it's fantastic for Al Sadd. This, not so clever. Chris.
Give it Mr. Grumpy.
Go on, and Nick, you start off on this one.
This hurt me, this. It really did. It hurt me more than
Not
anything.
as much as Pedro, by the
It
look of
really
it.
did. Now, you would have thought, to be honest with you, he's got a serious injury.
Yeah.
You know, this is what we don't want. You know, if you go down, just take it like a man. It's awful to watch. You know,
if you're watching that, Nick, you're thinking, right, get the cards on.
Come on,
because
that's a serious injury.
That's a serious injury, that.
I mean, this is Hollywood stuff. You know, it's not. You don't need to do this. This has got to go out the game. If I was playing against someone and they did that, I wouldn't know what to do. I'd be like, what? You know, you just don't do it. You've gone down. We love you very much. A fantastic player, but please don't do this again. And all of a sudden, what he does there, he gets up and he just runs off then. It's the strangest thing ever. He's going, and all of a sudden you just see him going, right, come on, I better get back. It's just that, what I don't, is it the modern day? Have we got to accept this?
We used to, we're talking about good habits, and we used to play with Willie Donachie, who used to play for Manchester City in Scotland, playing in the World Cup, a fabulous player. And he came down to playing the A team and the B teams. And if we went down in a foul, we got told off for showing weakness.
Yeah.
That was showing your opponent a weakness. Even if it hurt, you get back on your feet and you try and
say, I'm bossy.
hide it and run it off. We've flipped it. We've gone the other side now, and this is why I say it every week. I feel so sorry for the referees.
Yeah, Chris.
How's he not? What is the referee thinking? He's obviously thinking, I better blow the whistle because this guy's in massive pain here.
Yeah, but Chris,
2 minutes later, he's up and running.
Yeah, but say when we're in our canteen here, aren't we? We have one of the old league here when Al Ahly are playing Al Arabi a long.
Well, they did it for the build-up for this week.
30 years ago, yeah.
Yes, well, I tell you what, they're kicking lumps out of each other. And Chris went like the other day. So how's it got from there?
Yeah.
So they're kicking lumps out of each other, getting up and enjoying themselves. That's got to get out.
And I'm not buying people saying, well, that was in your day and the game's changed. No, the game hasn't changed.
Yeah.
It's 11 players each side, and the whole point is to score a goal.
Mind you, the pitches have
The game's the
changed.
same.
You should see the pitch that they played on Al Ahly. It's like,
It's like a potato field. Right, let's have a look at a Hamroon chance. Go on, Nick, you fire away with this one.
Oh, yeah, fantastic. Just watch
Right at the end.
Hamroon's movement. Right at the end, he couldn't do any more. You know, and this was, it was on their side. You know, they had the bit of luck there, Ryan. And there's Cazorla as well clearing it. And you just thought, go on, they've got the goal there and got a draw out of it, but they managed to keep it out. Hamroon did everything right. And end-to-end stuff like that. That's an advertisement for the league.
So, do Al Sadd or Al Rayyan win the QMB Stars League? Nick?
But it's all square, isn't it? Back to this first game of the season, out
Keep
Hang
talking.
on, you'll have your turn.
Well, you know what I said? I said Al Sadd, and he said Al Ryan. They're both on the same point.
I know.
Yeah, but
so who wins it?
yeah,
Who
but
wins
It's
it?
the same as 6 weeks
You
ago.
say Al Sadd, you say Al Ryan.
No, yeah, I've got to, yeah, but you've got to beat De Gea, haven't you? I mean, I've you know,
Well, we'll get to them in a minute.
I fell out with Ryan, but now I'm back with him. So does that make me a true supporter?
Yes.
Fickle, I think. That's what.
No. Right, let's move on. Qatar Sports Club. They slipped to the bottom of the table. Things not going too well. Not ideal when you're about to face one of the league's in-form sides, Al Salia. Al Salia were in control of this encounter from the off. Timur Abdukolikov had them ahead in the 14th minute. Less than 10 minutes later, Wagner let rip with his 5th goal of the season. Former Dinamo Bucharest midfielder Valentin Lazar got the first of his brace on the night on the stroke of half-time. Qatar Sports Club were down and out, and as Abdukolikov slotted away his 6th of the season from the penalty spot, there was no coming back for the home side. Lazar was on target just past the hour, and the only light for Qatar Sports Club was a 90th minute consolation for Babatunde. Well, Chris,
Yeah.
what do you think?
About who? Depends which team we're going to talk about.
Let's talk about Al Salia. They continue.
right, I'm
just no, but let's talk about the form side. I've said that. We've said that right from the start. We're enjoying the way they're playing, and they're really going for it.
Offensively, I love watching them. They've got this understanding. They're confident at the moment. They scored 17 goals in 6 games, so the attacking side of things is working. They're doing better defensively this season, and it's just a question of what do they feel, or the management feel they can achieve this season, because at the moment they're going to cause any side problems defensively.
And we're talking every game, Nick, we're talking about the same players. Timur Abdukolikov, he scores. We talk about Wagner, he scores. Lazar, he scores.
Yeah, but there's two other players there who've been added. You have to say Belhadj is a wonderful bit of business, and Al Yazidi. Al Yazidi's there. Tell you something, that opens it up as well, doesn't it, Chris? Doesn't it? He is there. isn't he?
Listen,
Al Yazidi's there, yeah.
second year we were here, Al Salia got to the final of the Emir Cup. They finished 4th in the league. Can they repeat the heroics of them?
Yes, of course they
time
can.
round?
Yeah.
Yes, definitely for what we're seeing now.
You know what this year, they've had that good start, haven't they? And we always talk about it, confidence in football. And the two great signings, Wagner and Belhadj, and they've just added a little bit of experience to this team. And they've had the good start and they've built on it, haven't they? And now they're just free-flowing. And sometimes you have that as a football, don't you?
Do you think they've got a better forward line than Salah?
Yes, they do. I think they've got
Yeah,
more.
they
They've got more options.
They have.
Yeah.
Tell you that's.
Who's hosting this show?
I just thought flicking.
But they've got a better defence.
Right, go on. Let's have a look at Timur's chance. This is one he doesn't put away.
I mean, just watch them working it down this left-hand side here now. Wonderful pass. I mean, this is what he's looking for here now. The winger, Lazar. Just watch him. The ball over the top. Then it's absolutely inch perfect. It's that good. All he's got to do is just take the control there and whip it in with his right foot. Comes back. Here's Belhadj. Now look at this for a delivery. You know, he's hitting it while he's on the run. Go on, get yourself a goal. Just doesn't get the connection. This was early in the game as well, so you know they are fantastic going forward.
Then let's look at when he gets it right, which is the goal.
Oh, wonderful goal. I love his movement. He must be enjoying playing with these types of players because he's getting the service all the time. Who's done this, Pierre? It's just threw me this one.
I think it might have been one that sneaked in.
Is that has sneaked in underneath the radar?
We did it all morning, Chris. Don't know what you're talking about.
And actually, on this one, you just lose the clip right at the end. You've missed the ball going in the back of the net.
Let's have a look at the build-up play.
There it goes again.
Yeah, and what they've got now, especially down this left-hand side, is pace with Lazar. This was an absolute fantastic delivery for Timur to get onto. It's a wonderful delivery. It's perfect for Timur. He's enjoying his football because he's getting the service from his fellow players at the moment.
Let's hand him to Mr. Grumpy again, shall we?
Salivating his way, seeing it.
We were doing really well as well.
That's never a penalty. Yesterday, today, or tomorrow.
It's just, for some reason, it has to happen every week. Do you think we can get through a week without a decision like this? He runs 2 yards and he realises he's not going to get. Here's the header, which goes ahead of him. There's your one stride. There's your two stride. There we go. I just can't. It's just, yeah. We don't need to say anything.
Now,
yeah, you go down early, but we're not condemning that, are we, Chris?
This one.
This is a
I'll
beauty.
talk you through this one. This is a free kick to Al Salih. It is. I'm telling you.
Normally, but he's right there.
Well,
how
they're
does
offside to start
he
with.
justify that? Abdul Rahman, the referee here. How does he justify that?
I don't know, because if you're not sure, you can't give it. Watch this now, Rod. Yeah? Al Khelaifi
no,
clears it, and then Al Jabri catches him. Now, has the referee got a good view of that? This is turning into the referee show, I'm afraid, and I don't want to go down that road.
No, OK.
So we're not going to ignore it. We have to show it every week, don't we? How bad it is, that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not. It was some wonderful games this week. We have to show that little bit of nonsense.
Qatar Sports Club, not going well for them. This sort of epitomises the poor form, and that's Rajab missing the ball. I mean,
They were awful. They were all over the place. Issa was at the back, very experienced, that's come to the club. They were absolutely. It was really real bad.
We was watching it. What was so obvious to you in that first half, and we was talking about it so many times, what you don't see in that, they could not handle the crosses. It was incredible. Every cross that went into the ball, into the box, was nearly a goal.
I feel sorry for the manager as well, because they started off and you thought, hang on a minute, they've got a bit of a side here now. You know, you look at Marquia, they've gone the opposite way. These now all of a sudden are in a bit of a slump. They've got to do something. So the next game is massive. He needs some sort of reaction.
Oh, Ryan.
right.
Pardon?
Oh, Ryan.
Behave. Al Duhail looked unstoppable, but could Al Gharafa put the brakes on? Nick Summerby, Chris Macon with the commentary.
And just chip it over the top. I mean, he looks young as well, doesn't he, Vice? Looks about 12 when you look at him in his face. There's a ball over the top, Chris!
Tell you what, Khalifa comes out, dangerous, just about cleared by Mendes. Khalifa came racing out of his goal then, he was nowhere near it. At the moment, it's all in front of Al Gharafa, not really getting in behind and creating chances. Added to Hale, it's been 20 minutes now. That's better movement, just offside against Ismail though, but that's the type of run we've come to expect from Ismail and Mois down this right-hand side. Let's take a shot. Here we go.
Dangerous, Chris. It's dangerous, this.
Gharafa, ball to the far post. Oh, El Arabi back off the post. This time it was Al Yari.
Very cool and calm, collected in the defence there. He gets the ball, chests it down and manages to clear it. But you can just feel De Gea now just starting to lift the game up, take control of the game. There we go. There's the man again. Al Arabi, what a move, by the way.
How many times do we see him slotting on from that position there, Nick? How many times have we seen that? Look at that for a pitch, just perfection. It's on the plate for El Arabi, and once again, he slots on from the centre of goal, only a few yards out.
You know, and then all of a sudden now he's on the left-hand side. There's nobody up front. And we saw that as well when we covered earlier with Al Sadd, you know, when they didn't have Bunja. You know, they haven't got anyone to knock the ball up to. Like a Sagbo, someone like that can get hold of the ball.
This is better though. This is better if he can get his shots off. Luis broke into the box then. Ball goes to the far post. Does it stay in play? He got lost then. Didn't know where he was on the pitch then. Tried to turn and get his shot off, but there's Al Yari. That's better. Al Yari driving forward. And that's a wonderful effort from Amro. Spectacular. So scoring for Al Gharafi's Vice. He's only got 3. Luis Amado, ELS all have 1 goal. That's where they've really struggled so far. Here we go. Al Duhail now. Ismail, wonderful ball towards Masatni. Masatni to Namtehi. Oh, the Rook might be guilty of overplaying here, and Al Duhail.
Tell you what then, look at Vice there. Aladdin, he's making his run. You've got to keep your eye on him. But look here now, look, there's nobody in the box, Chris. There's nobody there at all. Look, getting on the outside, still nobody in the box.
Even if he was on the far side there, is it? First towards the far post, and it's touched away from Khalifa. Amro again, back to Luis. Oh, it doesn't connect with the ball, Nick. Better, there's the flick on for Weiss to run forward. Weiss, matched by Musa, does really well there. Musa, back to Luis. Oh, there's the chance for Garaffa. Amro, 1-1. Counter attack from Al Garaffa, and finally it pays off.
And well done by the youngster Amro. Played very, very well in this game, and he's created a couple of opportunities. Wonderful run from Weiss. What a strike from Luis, but it falls to this youngster here, Amro. And they're back into the game. We never thought we could see it coming, but it's happened.
They've not been at the best, Alderhale. Here we go. Weiss wins that ball, flicks it towards Luis. Weiss down the line, trapped by Musa, pulls it back to Luis, who should really score. Comes off the post, and then Amro's been really effective tonight for Al Garaffa. Just slots it home for his first of the season, and it's 1-1.
Well done, Garaffa. You know, they've definitely done something to De Gea. They've made it difficult for them. You know, they're not playing the best at the moment, De Gea, but either way, they're back into the game now. No, we did well defensively, but so I think they've got to freshen it. This is good here now. Weiss is onside.
Watch out for Amro on the far side.
Look at Amro on the far side, the youngster there, here.
It's Amro, who's a smallish player in the
2
pitch.
foot.
Well, he's aiming for Weiss or someone else, not to Amro.
Go on, the youngster. Here's the goal scorer here now, just coming up against Boudiaf.
Oh, here we go. Oh, offside against Weiss. Oh, I know, I'd like to see it again as well. But Amro did really well. Good vision. Here we go, Nick. Another look at it.
Yep, he's on.
He takes a chance there. Mendes gets away with it.
Who's going to get away with these 3 points now? Here's Boudiaf. This is when it's dangerous. Edge of the box.
Made a great run then, Masatni. Well done, Luis. Yeah. Weiss with Amro ahead of him. Checks back. Wonderful ball out wide now.
Luis
Can
getting
he
the
get
box.
Yellow shirt, says Ghani, the substitute. Oh, he doesn't pick out anyone. That was a good move, that from Al Garaffa.
I tell you, that shows you how well the youngster Amro's played. They brought Nagy on to pretty much stop him. Here's Moyad. This boy can do it, by the way. There's his little 1-2. Look at Weiss there. Can they get the ball to him? They've got the ball to Weiss. It's coming, Chris.
Interesting, Nicholas.
He's coming inside now.
This is interesting. Oh, take a chance. Follow it in. Oh, it's a tap in there for Moyad if he's on his toes. I thought that was it. Weiss against his former club. Thought it was written for him. Here come Alderhale. Oh, Masatni goes right through the hands of Kasim. Masatni, a little bit of space ahead of him. Plays a 1-2 with Namtehi. Masatni. Oh, yes, a post. Oh, what a wonderful goal that would have been by Masatni.
Well, 1-1. The train was stopped. Let's first look at that fantastic goal, though. El Arabi with it, Nick, and we thought, well, normal service from Alderhale.
Yeah, it's very much like the goals, what we see them. It's the movement. There's Namti, and what a fantastic pass as well this is. You know, and it's all about Namti taking it first time, and El Arabi, that's where he's going to be. That's where he's going to get all of his goals really this season. And they just do it so easily, and they're the best at it. And he thought, well, hang on a minute here, Garaffa, really felt for him.
Garaffa, one of their problems, no players in the box. Not the first time we've mentioned that.
It was in the first half.
And this is the first half?
Yeah.
And look at it.
But look at all the red shirts as well. You've got to get through that. They don't make it easy for you, Alderhale, do they? We just thought Al Garaffa could have committed a few more yellow jerseys forward in the first half. But they made up for it in the second half, Rod. I mean, if he get what I was trying to say there, if he gets the beating of the full-back on the far side, well, he's got nothing to aim for anyhow.
Yeah.
But they rectified that in the second half.
Amro's goal, Nick.
Yeah, no, just forgot it then for a second. No.
How did he score?
And by the way, yeah, another good youngster coming through. Well worked, by the way. This was Weiss was absolutely fantastic on the night. He really did.
But now these yellow jerseys getting forward.
Yeah, because the belief, the more and more it went on. But look at Weiss there and the players around him. You know, and eventually pulls it back. Louis probably really should have scored with his experience. It comes off the post. And here's this boy Amro. I tell you something, he was confident. He was running at players. He stuck at his task when it was a little bit difficult in the first half. And there's another talent coming through. Brilliant.
The Weiss that we like and love to see on the night. Fantastic with his running.
Second half.
Could have done with a better shot there, maybe.
Maybe, yeah, but he had a real effect in the second half. And at one stage, he had the feeling that it was written that normally these players that go up against their old clubs, they normally score and win the game. And
he's not offside there, is he?
He's not offside there. And you just got the feeling he was coming right into form in that second half. You thought he was going to get the winner there. He was superb in the second half, wasn't he?
Yeah, this was a great chance here. I tell you what, they couldn't deal with him. No. And there was players around him, 3 red shirts around him. But do you know what he's doing him? Because he has that much of an important year, his fitness has to be real top notch. And he's working so hard with the games at the moment. Because obviously he has a chance to play in Russia at the end of the season. So I thought that was a fantastic performance.
Masakni with a couple of chances at the end, Nick, and there's a mistake from Kasim here. It was Masakni's birthday as well. Fortunately, he couldn't crown it with a goal.
Oh, Kasim there, you thought, no, he did the same with Tiberkaneen's shot the other week. But this is what they're all about. This is absolutely fantastic. Beats everybody, just slide it in there and it hits the post, and it's a joy to watch. I just think it just wasn't their day. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you get that. You know, you're not going to automatically write them off, are you?
I think both of you felt that maybe Belmadi wasn't necessarily at his best either.
Yeah.
What's he doing now?
This is on the side of the pitch, but he's got here. Look.
Oh, superb. he's doing Louise. He's running for him then. Look, brilliant. Look, come on. I just looked at everything in the first 15 minutes and it didn't have that spark and it had that feeling. And you know, you can't go through the whole of the season being absolutely superb like they have been. You know, even Belmadi, it takes a lot to get that worked up every game. He came out of his shell after about 20 minutes, and that's when we first caught him doing that.
So you're saying he was a bit sloppy at the start?
He's a bit sloppy. If you look at his stats, distance covered wasn't what his normal stat.
In the preview show, I'll start putting up sloppiness, sloppy stats. Right, that's it. Let's recap the results from week 6 then. So it was 0-0 between Al Markhia and Al Khairatiat. Good point for Al Markhia there. Plenty of chances in that game for both sides, though. But Markhia probably the better side of the night, as Chris and Nick said. Salal 1-0 winners over Al Khor on Friday. Al Ahly 2-2 draw with Al Arabi. Came from behind twice. Al Sadd losing 2-1 to Al Rayyan. And then on Saturday, it was Qatar Sports Club losing 5-1 to Al Salia, and Al Tahal's draw with Al Gharafa 1 apiece. So let's show you the league table, how it sits after 6 rounds. Here it is for you. From the top, it's Al Tahal leading by 1 point. Al Sadd, Al Rayyan are there with 15 as well in third. Salal make up the top 4. Al Salia still in 5th, and Al Gharafa making up the top half of the table. 6 points behind Al Salia, though. Down to the bottom, it's Qatar Sports Club who are propping up the rest. Markhia 1 off the bottom. Al Arabi making the bottom 3 there. Al Khor in 9th. Al Ahly in 8th. Al Khairatiat. They remain in 7th following that draw with Al Markhia. And we'll finish off with our usual top 3 goals as chosen by Nick and Chris. So we'll start with number 3. Chris Makin.
Bronze medal goes to El Arabi this week, Rod.
Ah, what a goal.
Was a goal. Wonderfully worked goal. Great service from and movement from Namtehi. And where else are you going to find Mr. El Arabi? But in that position there, how many goals does he score from that position? It's a wonderful goal from Al Tahal.
What a one-touch from Namtehi there.
6 games, 11 goals Mr. El Arabi.
Incredible. He's
I've
looking
got a
good. for
feeling he might win the top goal scorer of the year
He
award.
may be on. Well, yeah, he has to remain fit and healthy, of course. Number 2 for week 6 goes to who, Nick?
Bunja, very much the same as Al Arabi goal, but top quality here now. There's Xavi starting it off. Wonderful pass to Mosab. Mosab in acres of space. Can he deliver? It's absolutely inch perfect. And what do they say when you have a chance of head it down? He heads it down, it bounces in off the top of the net. What a top quality goal that was there. So simple, but very effective.
But good as it is, it's not number 1 for week 6, is it, Chris Makin?
No, goes to our pal, friend of the show, Wagner.
Is that his second
Good.
top goal of this season so far?
Correct, Rod. Good stats. Wonderful goal. Wonderful goal. Great movement. He's, you know, ever since he's gone to Al Salee, he's really enjoying the role that he's playing at the football club. So much confidence as well in the guy at the moment. Is there a better player in Qatar at the moment than Wagner?
Very good indeed. Congratulations, Wagner. Nick Summerby and Chris Makin, thank you very much to your company as always. That's it for week 6. We'll see you next on Wednesday, November the 1st at 19:30 as we preview all 6 matches in week 7. From all of us here, bye for now.